Today's lesson, I want to give you an overview while you're here in this beginning phase of the social media marketing agency course. I want to give you an overview on the services you're going to provide so you can start getting excited, so you can kind of have a feel, why will businesses pay you $1,000 to $10,000 a month? I'm just going to throw some off the top of my head. Then over these 4 months, you're going to learn each technique very specifically. So obviously, you can do things like manage their Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you're going to do that. But that's not, that in and of itself won't give enough value that people will keep paying you, because they'll be like, oh, we can just manage our Twitter. So the reason they're going to pay you is you're going to have a complete plan for them, which starts with, if you've seen the video on the brand story, you're going to start at the top with the brand story, and then everything else you do below that reinforces the brand story. So once you know your brand story, let's say it's a pizza restaurant and the owners immigrated from Italy, and so you're going to create this cool behind the scenes little 1-minute promo video, and then it's authentic, it's more expensive pizza because it's better quality and fresh and all that. So then every tweet, every Instagram post, every YouTube video, every piece of marketing on the website, every ad you do on Facebook and Google PPC, all those will reinforce that brand story. So some of the additional things that are really cool that you're going to be able to offer to people, one of them is contests. I'm going to teach you how you can help businesses grow their email list, which is very important. And so when I think of the important, you got the brand story at the top, and then Twitter's not right there below. Tier 1 most important thing you can do is create a brand story for your customers. The Tier 2 thing is going to be email list, optimizing their website for call to actions, okay? So that when people come to the website, they don't just read and leave. They actually want to get something, so they fill out a form so that that customer can be called back and sold and turned into a customer for your clients. So you got your clients out there who want to get paying customers. So so email, very important, very important. Brand stories, Tier 1. Tier 2 services you're going to offer is email list, helping them build an email list. Every small business should have an email list, and they don't. And once you get a hold of them, they're going to thank you for years for you showing them how to do email marketing, even if you don't know now, because we're going to teach you in this 4 months. So be watching. This is the power of getting certified. So the next thing you're going to do, like I said, is optimizing their website. So there's call to actions. Most websites, you can look at almost any website, you go there, it's like an informational site, it's like a brochure. But that's not what you want. If you go to TyLopez.com, right there on the top, there's an action to take. Join my book of the day email list. Learn about your personality. People go and they take action, which creates revenue for my business. You're going to learn how to do that for all of your clients. The third thing you're going to do is the power of contests. And you're going to become an expert on this. And I'm just going to give you an example. Imagine you have a client who's a cosmetic surgeon. That's a niche you've decided to go after. And so that person charges 10 grand to do, I don't know, what's a nose job. I'm not sure what the most common plastic surgery. I think that's one of the top one, okay? So you would help them create a contest on their website that says join the email list, and at the end of the month, we give one free procedure to one random winner, okay? Now, then you are going to learn how to go to Facebook advertising, and run Facebook advertising ads to that contest so that people are just scrolling through their Facebook, and you'll learn how to target people who are more likely wanting that service. That's not that hard to do. You could look at people who have, liked Dr. Oz or liked some plastic surgery websites and so on. And then I think there's a reality show. You could find that reality show fan page, target those people with an ad from your customer. So let's say it's, Bob the surgeon, and let's say I'm here in San Diego, so your client's in San Diego. So you're going to go into Facebook, you're going to create an ad for them, targeting people just in San Diego. No reason to target people who live in, Russia. It's too far away. And you're going to say, get a chance to win free nose job. People click it. They come to your client's, Dr. Bob's website. It's a cool page. that gives the rules, that has maybe a video in the background, and it says, in order to be eligible, all you have to do is join and agree to be on my email newsletter where I give updates on this. So now you can sometimes, for very little marketing money spent, you can generate thousands or even tens of thousands of emails for your client with that contest. Like I said, we're going to talk a lot more about this, but the power of this is, guess what? This client of your Dr. Bob, he will have to give one person a free surgery. But it doesn't cost him that much, right? And now let's say you generate a list of 3,000 people. Now those 3,000 people aren't just an ordinary 3,000 people. You've targeted them correctly with advertising. You can do this on Google and Facebook. You can even do Instagram ads, Twitter ads, all these. Guess what? Your this doctor's office can email once a month the rest of the people and say, hey, next month I'm doing 30% off. If you've ever thought about this, fill out this free evaluation. So not only do they get the list of 3,000 or 4,000 people, but they can engage them, and you're going to show them and be able to do that for them so that they're continually getting new customers. And guess what? If your surgeon, Dr. Bob, is your client and you generate one or two $10,000 clients for them, they're going to have no problem paying your fee. In fact, you'll probably, if you've listened to my pricing package video, you'll probably be able to upgrade them to, a $2,000 or a $5,000 or even a $10,000 package and really go crazy for them. You only need a few high-end clients, and you can be full-time in business, working from home, traveling the world. This is all location neutral. So Tier 2 also includes contests. Then Tier 3 services you're going to offer for them is like the basic posting things, where you'll post on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, possibly Snapchat, depending on the business, and possibly Pinterest and some of these other ones. But the core that you want to learn is Twitter, Facebook, fan page, and Instagram and YouTube. Those are the four most powerful for most of your clients. So that's the Tier 3 service that you're going to offer them. Okay. Now that Tier 3 service, you can automate a lot of it. You're going to be learning in some separate lessons what tools to use, how to quickly be able to find content for your clients, whether they be restaurant or doctor or store, local fashion stores, little boutique clothing stores. This stuff works. So you got these three things kind of in a pyramid. The Tier 3 things, like just posting for Facebook, that doesn't take that much time, right? So you can offer that service. And then you got the Tier 2 stuff that you do, which is email, optimizing their website, and contests. And then at the very top, you have the brand story. The brand story, you only have to do once for them. The secondary stuff you do maybe once a month. You set that up. And the third stuff you do, 3, 4, 5 times a week. And that all gets bundled up into your packages, like we talk about in the pricing. So this is cool stuff. Building an email list, optimizing the website, including making it mobile friendly, all these things. And remember, even if you're not a website designer, or you don't know any computer programming skills, that's okay. We're going to show you how to outsource that to other people. And a lot of times your clients will already have a webmaster. Just a lot of times these webmasters get lazy and stuff. So the services you're offering, if you had to look at this whole Tier 1, Tier 3, you are really their one-stop shop for marketing advice. And you're going to know as you get certified, and even after you're certified, you continue to learn and learn and learn. They're not going to want to cancel their contract with you if you grow in your knowledge, because you'll always be staying on the very cutting edge. And I have some other lessons I'll be talking about what continuing education sources you need to be following after you're done with the certification, because the learning never ends, and it's fun. I love learning. I love learning all the techniques, and the happier customers you get, the better your life gets, because you're getting paid with less friction. They're canceling their contracts less. You're having to acquire less new clients, and you can focus your life on a great work-life balance, not just working all the time, but balancing. And then over time, you can, for some of you, while you're in this program, you're going to upgrade with your concierge to some of the more advanced accelerator on how to grow your business. And so some of you are going to go on focus on making a 7-figure business, or maybe even 8 figures. So the sky's the limit when you understand the services you offer and how valuable they are. Just remember, the value you're offering in this pyramid of tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, any given one of those is worth your fee. Just doing email marketing and showing them how to set up an email campaign, that's worth $1,000 a month. But they're not just getting that. Just creating a brand story, that's worth $1,000. That's worth even $10,000. But you're including all those things. That's what makes it so powerful, because what I've learned in business is when people perceive the cost to value ratio as very high, meaning it costs this much to get this much, it's easy to sell people. What's hard is when you're charging $1,000 and they perceive it as only worth about $1,000. So the reason I recorded this video, and this is an important video, is you really need to understand the basic services you offer and how rare they are that people know how to do them. How rare it is for somebody to be certified. Not everybody was allowed into this program. We limit it so that you can feel like there's not going to be 100 people calling the same office who have been certified, calling the same clients as you. I mean, there'll be some crossover, obviously, but the world is a huge market. You can do this for businesses around the world. I recommend you start with local businesses until you build up a track record. Then you can take that track record of services you provided and the results, and you can, advertise to clients to get clients who will pay you but don't live in your local area. Even if you live in a small town, businesses more than ever are pressed to make revenue. And if a recession comes, you're going to be even more in demand, because guess what happens when there's a recession? People stop shopping. And the second that happens, businesses start hurting. And you might think, well, if it's a recession, how will I be able to get clients? They won't have an extra 1 to 10,000. Marketing budget, if it's provable that you help, people don't like to cut. Okay, they'll cut other things. They'll cut employees, but they need to keep people coming in the door. So I want you to really memorize. You might need to watch this video again. The main services you're going to offer, the brand story, most important. And below that, the email marketing, the call to action, and the contests. And then below that, let me add on that tier 2, that's also including optimizing their website overall. So you're going to make sure there's call to actions on the website, but you're also going to make sure the website loads correctly on phones and desktop and laptop and iPads, and it loads quick enough. Every page works and so on. You'll do that in your social media marketing evaluation initially for them. And then you'll offer these tier 3 things. And this is an amazing package, I'm telling you. For $1,000 start with a refund policy, you can be able to get your foot in the door in a lot of businesses after you get certified. So, yeah, the homework for this, what I want you to complete below, is just recap the services in your own words as you would present them to a business. So it's going to take about 5-10 minutes, okay, to write this out. Write it out well. Don't cheat. Don't look at what other people wrote. Remember, you get out what you put in to this program. If you're putting in mental effort, memorizing some things, learning some stuff, you can get a heck of a lot more out of it than if you just try to quickly move on to the other lesson. But you already know that, okay? So leave that, and I will leave that comment to complete this. Remember, you got to complete each lesson in order to qualify to take the final test to get certified, okay? So thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next lesson.